Hey, welcome everyone. We're going to get started momentarily. Give everybody a few minutes to get in, and then we're going to get going. Give everybody till 101, and then we'll
get started.
All right, there we go. So I've published a poll here on what applications we're using today. Welcome everyone to the 5 ways to maximize efficiency with your Microsoft 365 features that you're already paying for. So I know we're really excited to get started here. And with that, let's begin. So today, you've got 2 new faces on the webinar. If you're used to attending Techify webinars, you've got myself, Mike Davies, Intelligent Technology Consultant, and Jade here as well. Jade, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jade Beldam. I am the Business Development Manager here at Techify, and we are so excited for you to join us today. We're going to, get into a really great conversation and kind of tell you some tips and tricks on what you can use. Yeah, we're excited to get started.
All right, excellent. So for those of you that are big fans of Jermaine and Brendan, don't worry, they will be back next month for our next webinar.
Yeah, definitely. So they will be back. I believe they're either at the cottage or on a beach, maybe a golf course. I'm not too sure. But our next webinar, feel free to register with the QR code you can see there. But it's going to be how to get the government to pay for your digital transformation on September 20th at 1 p.m. So they will be back.
That's going to be a really great one. I've gotten a sneak preview of the content of that one, and I know it's going to be a really good one. Getting the government to pay for anything that you do for your business is always a good thing. So
definitely.
That'll be an exciting one. All right. With that, let's get into today's content. Focus on that. So why we want to focus on how to maximize our ability and our adoption in Microsoft 365. We've seen Microsoft 365 user numbers absolutely soaring over the past few years. They've been constantly growing, but through the pandemic, it became even more so. And this is an essential tool set for most organizations. Your collaborative suite is really important. So Microsoft has an incredible platform, and we expect to see the growth numbers continue through 2023, 2024 once they're released. We're expecting that to continue to grow and grow. So Microsoft has been coming out with new tools, applications for decades now. Over 30 years. They've been was when in 1984 when Word was first created, and from there it's just been every year an onslaught of new tools, applications, modules at your disposal. They're adding new and exciting applications each year. The challenges is it's really hard to keep up with all the changes and additions that they make. I can see from the poll here. Thank you all for submitting that, and we're still getting some results coming in. But we're seeing Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams. Everybody's using these today, and some OneDrive thrown in there, which is great. I know there's a lot of clients on this call. That makes me very happy to see that OneDrive and a little bit of SharePoint is being used. So that's really good to see. I'm happy to see that. Jade, does this surprise you at all?
Not at all. I mean, typically sales and marketing folks like to stick to the apps that they know and like. So it definitely doesn't surprise me on the results there. And like you can see here on the screen, it's forever evolving, especially now with AI coming out and everything else. So constantly evolving, but lots of exciting stuff for the future for sure.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic. And that's kind of why we're here today, is to go through and see a few of the new tool set. So today, this eye chart that you're looking at here is all of the applications that fall within Microsoft 365 today. 29 applications. As we mentioned, Microsoft does a really great job of adding new and innovative solutions, and not so great a job of telling their users about it, showing them the benefits of some of the feature ads, and then training them on how to get the most out of these tool sets. I know I'm usually finding out about new features just by trial and error. And so I know that's a tough one. Jade, what would you say you're hearing from prospects around Microsoft and their applications?
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot that they're not utilizing. Just the fact that they don't actually know they exist. So sometimes, on a client call or even a prospect call, we'll show them and they'll be like, "Wow, this exists, and I'm already paying for it. Let me learn how to do it." Right. So I'm glad that we're teaching the folks here today at least 5 new things they can take away from this training today, for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why we're here. And for those of you that are looking at your organization as a whole, and how to utilize technology better, Microsoft has a very comprehensive, we'll call it, adoption score, where they're evaluating people experience, technology experiences, and putting it together into an easy score to kind of comprehend how well you're utilizing the licensing that you have at your disposal. It still needs a little bit of hand-holding to get through it. And at the end of this webinar, you're going to see a QR code. If you scan that, that's an assessment that we can do to help you review your adoption score, determine how to better utilize the tools that are at your disposal. So here we are, main feature.
Awesome. Let's get to the good stuff. So yeah, 5 Microsoft 365 features to maximize efficiency. Mike, do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, absolutely. So first and foremost, we've got Microsoft Bookings. So as we take you through the journey of toolset here, the first thing is going to be booking a meeting with somebody. Bookings is a very powerful tool to help you easily book meetings. Jade, how annoying is it right now through email to try and find time with somebody, go back and forth to try and find that meeting time slot that works for you?
I mean, it's incredibly frustrating going back and forth, email after email, trying to find a time that works for everyone. And then by the time you do, typically it's already filled, right? So then you have to go back to square one and email again. So my team definitely uses Microsoft Bookings on a daily basis, just to make it, more efficient and get a meeting booked, right? So we definitely use this on a daily basis.
Yeah, I mean, it can be 3-4 email exchanges back and forth to try and figure this out. This is a really easy way to find availability with somebody that wants to meet with you and you're just struggling to get that time. It's a horrible process. And Microsoft Bookings is a really simple way to negate that tedious process that you've got to go through in finding time. So there's couple of ways that we're going to show you how to utilize Microsoft Bookings now. And I'm sure if you're thinking like I'm thinking is, I don't want people booking time in my calendar whenever they want. This is, especially as somebody that has my calendar filled out most of the day, I need time dedicated to doing focus activities, not necessarily meetings that I don't want booked over. So there's some really great ways for us to pull up the parameters and be able to set when you're bookable. So what you're looking at right now is my bookings page. So that I've created for this purpose as a demo. But if I want to book a client meeting, here are some of the kind of parameters that you can utilize. So by creating a new meeting type that people can book you for, I can make this either a private link or a public link so that I can put it up and people can continually use it, or a private link that's one-time use. I can set the time for a meeting, how long the duration is. I can also use custom hour availability. So I don't necessarily want people booking me right up until the end of my day. I want to close out my day by answering emails or finishing tasks. I also don't want people booking me first thing in the morning, haven't had my coffee yet, and I want to save that time for myself, which is very common. And then some of the other advanced features that I really love is the buffer time. So I don't want to be bumped up back to back on a meeting. I want time to prepare. And so I can put I need 15 minutes before or 30 minutes before, and I can put an 8-hour minimum lead time. So I don't have somebody booking me for a meeting in an hour from now with no notice. I got to do my preparation for meetings. I don't want to be walking into something that I'm unaware of. So I can put that well in advance so that I can give this link. And I know people aren't going to book me over time that I want to reserve for myself. So I know I use this on a pretty consistent basis. But Jade, I'm sure your team's using it pretty consistently as well.
Yeah, definitely. We use this, I mean, like I said, on a daily basis as well. And I like the fact that, you know, we can combine schedules and kind of, you know, see the availabilities, especially Brendan and myself, if we both want to be on a sales call, prospect call. It's really important that, you know, it's within the time that, you know, he is available and I have available. So this is a really great tool for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can set up a Teams page for booking so that people can either pick a resource that they want to book. If you've got a bunch of people that do the same job function and somebody needs to book one of them, but it really doesn't matter which one. So you can show the availability of your entire team. I know this screenshot is showing the actual details of the meetings. When you get into bookings and you actually go through it, people are not going to see what meetings you have. Don't worry about that. It's just going to show that that block is taken or not available for you. So this is a really great tool set for multiple purposes and part of the Microsoft subscriptions that most organizations have today. So something that can be taken advantage of for sure. Moving over to the next one. So Teams transcriptions. This one's really taken off lately. As you just saw in that video, it's 3 clicks to turn on transcriptions for an individual meeting. And at that point, you've gone through the whole process. It's just that easy to turn on transcription. Nothing can kill the momentum in a meeting more than when you hear the typical, hold on, I just need to write that down. Let me take my notes. And then you see them fumbling around for a pen or some paper or something to try and jot down whatever was just said. Thankfully, Microsoft Teams transcription is now there for you. Jade, I know you're doing lots of meetings with clients and stuff. So how are you using it?
Yeah, no, definitely. This is like a daily thing for us also. We use Microsoft Teams transcript on absolutely every single call. And this is really, you know, we kind of turn it on, let the robots do the note taking for us so we can be present on the call with the prospect and really understand their needs. And then, yeah, it's really great to be able to go back if you miss an important detail, just to refer back to the transcript and it's all there for you, especially dates and times and next steps. So, yeah.
Absolutely. All of that stuff can be lost really quickly. People talk over each other in meetings, and transcription is really great at capturing all of that. To take that kind of one step further, so this is the one that really excites me. So Microsoft Sales Copilot is a tool set that's an AI generated or based tool set that does reviews of your transcripts. You can see here that, again, another 3 clicks. You click on apps, you type in Sales Copilot and hit save. And what that does is it enables the AI robots to then review your transcript once the meeting's complete. So you won't notice anything while you're in there. It's not intrusive or anything like that. And this is a tool set that is in preview right now, so it's not generally available. I know we're saying things you can use today, but this one's just too good. I'm too excited about it to not highlight it a little bit. So once your meeting's complete, you've finished, you've got your transcript, you've now got the AI that will analyze the transcript and start pulling out some really valuable information for you. You're going to get your discussion notes, your action items, and even sentiment of the call, which is just crazy. So this really takes the tedious task of note taking and editing items and leaves that to the robots to take care of. Jade, I'm sure this is a godsend for you to be able to do a tool like this.
For sure, definitely. Not only for my meetings myself, but also for my team as well, right? It's really great for a really great training tool as well. So like you said, the sentiment we can hear when it is going well, when it's not going well, and kind of learn from, each meeting. It gets better and better. And then for it to be able to pull out next steps and questions that were asked and basically the keywords and everything else, it's game changer for me for sure.
Yeah, what a training tool. If you can see the common questions that get asked for your BDRs or in your sales calls, that's something that you can then better prepare for the next meeting. That's fantastic. I know for myself, I've got a lot of action items coming out of all my quarterly strategy meetings, and a lot of things that were discussed. And I want to be able to gain the insight to those really quickly. I don't want to lose any of them. All of the action items are important ones. So having those generated for me and readily available is fantastic. It takes my post-meeting debrief portion of my day down from 35 minutes to about 5 to 10 minutes. So it's a real time saver for me, a complete game changer. And this is coming. It hasn't been announced or a date that it's going to be generally available yet. I know that's going to be one of the questions, but it's on its way, and I know I know everyone would benefit from it. Anybody that's doing meetings on a consistent basis. And that brings us to tip number 3. So this one is, I would say, the most underrated tool set in Microsoft 365 applications. So Microsoft Stream is such a powerful tool. It is your video storage area for your organization within Microsoft 365. So this is your company's internal YouTube site, essentially. All of the meeting recordings, screen shares, videos that you've created automatically get stored and uploaded here. If you've done a Teams meeting, so recordings will all get uploaded into Stream. There's some, which is really great, but the real superpower is the ability to organize them, create playlists, channels, that keeps all of it at your fingertips and usable, so that a recording doesn't just go away and then that's the end of it. Nobody ever looks at it again. So we'll jump in here. You can see we're showing in the video here that there's a lot of features. You can create playlists. I know Jay, your team's been utilizing this. You've got marketing under your responsibility as well. So I know that that's great for uploading videos and managing content as well. How are you using it?
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely. So as the business development manager, I'm heading not only the sales team, but the marketing as well, right? So those two teams, and it's really important to be able to, especially for new hires, it's really great to be able to create a playlist and say, hey, listen, Jermaine and Brendan have created so many videos on YouTube. Like, watch this playlist, step-by-step training on SharePoint, for example, and just kind of have everything organized for them, right? It's a really easy way for them to kind of, track their progress and watch the videos in real time. And then also on the marketing side, again, the YouTube videos that we're creating, everything's in one spot. It's super easy to use. So we love this for sure.
Yeah, as you mentioned, every new Techify employee that joins our team is getting a playlist of process videos or training videos for them to go through and watch as part of their onboarding training. And I still go back to mine every once in a while. I've got a process I haven't done in a long time. It's been 6, 9, 12 months since I've done some process. I'm going to go back to those videos, and I don't have to spend 15, 20 minutes trying to find that video. I go back to Stream. I've got my playlist. It's still assigned to me. I can go watch it. The other good thing is for Jermaine, who was the person training me when I started, he can see if I watched the videos, how many times I watched them. So it's really great to see kind of is somebody actually going through and watching the videos, or how much time they spent on it. So it's a really powerful tool to be able to organize your content, make use of the videos that you have. If you're tagging things for webinars or training videos, we can tag them for what training materials we're providing. So if we're providing client training videos, we can tag a bunch of videos for SharePoint and Teams and Power BI and all the amazing things that our team is training people on. Then we've got all these videos already at our disposal. We don't have to go and reinvent the wheel, redo a video every single time we need to train someone. So,
Definitely.
yeah, it's like I said, it's the one that I think is kind of the most underrated tool and application within the Microsoft platform. All right.
All right.
Four.
Number 4. Awesome. So we're moving along pretty well. So Microsoft Team Task, this is an awesome tool that we use on my team, again, on a daily basis. Mike, if you want to go ahead and just press play here, there's a video actually you can see in real time. You can actually click on the plus sign, simply click on the tasks and planner and to-dos, enter the title or the tab name, as you can see here. And then on the next video, I'll kind of show you what my team does. There is different I guess, categories that you can filter by. We have a very high achieving team that loves to stay on track. So what we do is we like to organize it by urgent, important, medium, and low. And this is, really great to stay on track when it comes to our marketing tasks, for example. We can assign to team members internally. We can also do to-dos within the task. You can set the priority, start date, end date. Also track all the progress as well. So this is really cool. And we use this all the time and it's available for you now. So Mike, do you use this for your team at all?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned, the video playlists for new onboarding employees here at Techify, I also create my training plans and I will do a week by week first month, second month, third month that I've broken out here. So I know you've got to do all of your HR videos and make sure all your logins work in week 1 and day 1. And I can see how fast you're progressing. So as a manager, I can see at a glance how well somebody's getting through their onboarding. I can also see if they're not completing a step and go and touch base with them to see what roadblocks they have. So there's a really great tool set here in being able to define steps and tasks. This doesn't have to just be onboardings. You're using it for kind of your to-dos and action items, but big projects as well. You can kind of define steps through this so that you can see charts and Gantt charts and all the things and timelines that you need from the tasks that your marketing team has. So it's a really fantastic tool. I use it all the time.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. Microsoft Forms. This is another really exciting one. So tip number 5, Microsoft Forms. So we use this not only externally for prospects, for example, but also internally as well. We recently had a Techify team party last week. It was a lot of fun. And we use this internally. So if you go to the next, the video here, I'll actually show you how you can actually create a form in Microsoft Forms. So as you can see here, there's multiple templates that you can choose from, and it will actually prompt you with the recommended fields that you can fill out based on what you're typing, which is really cool. So obviously this is fully customizable to you and your organization, but you can see here, if we go up to style, we can actually pick a style. So it's kind of cool. You can, change up the different fields and the different look and feel of the actual form itself. So we use this very often for prospects, for clients, and also internally as well. Mike, how are you using this?
Yeah, so our team, our leadership team uses this quite frequently. We're a very feedback-driven organization, and when we're doing our planning sessions for the year as a leadership team, we want to gain the insight from our employees on what they want to see more of, less of, what they want to change here at Techify. And what we'll do is we'll put free-form text questions to them beforehand. This is really great. We don't have to make it multiple choice. We can let them write in what they want, gain that feedback, and then we can all collaborate and share the responses with everyone so that we can all gain the insights from what everyone's saying. Which is really fantastic. It allows us to come to better decisions by gaining more feedback. You can also send this externally. I know also at one point we had set up client client satisfaction forms that got sent out, and people responded to those, which was great to see, get that feedback. So these are really great ways to collaborate on information and getting kind of the pulse of your team. That's kind of how we're using it today. So
Good stuff.
yeah, absolutely. So I know we've got, those are our kind of 5 tips to be more efficient. So we went through bookings, Teams transcriptions, we went through Microsoft Stream, Teams tasks, and Microsoft Forms. So hopefully we've found some tools or tips for you to take and apply to your daily work, and make yourself a little bit more efficient. Use a tool set you haven't used before. I know there's lots more out there. We're barely scratching the surface with the 5 that we touched. And that's why we want to put the productivity adoption assessment that we talked about before. Jade, why don't you tell people a little bit more about the assessment?
Yeah, no, definitely. So this is actually, if you were to scan the QR code, this is a Microsoft form, what we just talked about. So if you go ahead and you can scan the QR code with your phone, fill out the form, and then what this is going to allow us to do is learn a little bit more about your environments and your productivity, your adoption, kind of learn a little bit more about your IT. And we can kind of, give you some more tips and tricks on what you can maybe do to improve. And maybe potentially book a meeting and hop on a call. I'm open if anyone wants to reach out to me directly, either on LinkedIn or email or phone number. Then that's completely fine. I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Now, if you're looking to get a hold of either of us, we've got our contact information there, so you can give us a call or shoot us an email, and we'd be happy to have a conversation with you. So at this point, we're going to hit pause on the presentation. We're going to go over and look at all the questions, because I can see that they're piling up. So let me open them up and see what questions we've got here. All right. So a whole bunch coming in. All right. So our first question coming in from Kim Ross. Does Microsoft Bookings pair with Teams? Yes, it does. So you can add in the application into your Microsoft Teams. So you don't even need to go to the website. You can have your Microsoft Bookings application right in the Teams embedded application. Is Bookings available? Randy Witten, is Bookings available with all 365 subscriptions? It is not available with all of them. There's a certain clip level. I think it's business premium and the enterprise versions of it. So those are the subscriptions that it's available with today. Are you able to edit the transcriptions that's made? Example, taking meeting minutes. So Shanna, I don't believe you can edit the transcriptions. If you were to take minutes, you could copy and paste all of it right out of the Teams chat window and put it into a Word document and then edit it from there. So that, I think that's probably your best option from that standpoint. All right, the next question we've got from Duncan Campbell. Can you share stream playlists with an external partner? Jade, why don't you take that one?
Yeah, definitely. You definitely can.
Yeah, so I know we use it from a training perspective. It's a great one to be able to share a playlist externally, and then that you've got kind of the training videos that they can run through. We can put our webinars on there, and then we actually sync that up to our website. So that's how those get on there. And the next one, also from Duncan, does Teams Tasks replace Microsoft Planner? So no, it actually kind of integrates the two of them. So Teams Tasks works, kind of uses the same backend. You still have Planner. It's still an accessible feature. Teams Tasks just embeds it into Teams and kind of uses it in the same manner, puts a different kind of GUI around it so that it looks a little bit different. But no, it is. It's not replacing Planner, at least at this point. Microsoft makes a lot of changes. It doesn't always tell us about it. So how can I, another one here, how can I add the transcriptions to my company's Teams account? So, okay, so if you go in and you try to click on those three buttons and clicked on settings and it's not there for you, this is something that has to be enabled for your organization. If you have a Teams application and you've got a Microsoft 365 subscription, it is a possibility. We can do that. It just needs to be turned on for your organization. One of the good things that I don't think we mentioned about this is you can also set it as a default to turn on transcriptions for any meetings that you book. So yep. I know I do that so that I don't have to remember to go in and hit the 3 buttons every single time I go into a meeting. For anything that I book, it's just automatically on.
Yeah, one last thing to think about and just be present. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. And we got a couple more questions here. Can multiple people create a form and work on it simultaneously? Jade, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I know for sure. So you can definitely collaborate and create a form together. Super easy to do, and it's kind of cool to see changes being done in real time and collaborate within teams or the company. So yeah, definitely possible for sure.
Yeah, that's the benefit of a cloud-based system like this. Is you can work right there with people, see the changes that are happening. All right, we've got one of our clients here, Bev. Bev, I'm glad you attended. Forms look similar to SurveyMonkey. It does. It definitely does. I wouldn't say it's rip off and duplicate, but it's about as near as you can get. So Microsoft's R&D team is you can decide if it's research and development or rip off and duplicate. That's up to you. All right, we had another question here. If the transcription comes out as gibberish, is there a way to adjust or improve it? Arlene, unfortunately not on our end. Microsoft is continuously gathering the data, and I know that they're trying to improve it, and every release that they have of a Teams update is trying to better capture people's sound and make sure that the transcription comes out right. I know that it struggles with accents at times as well. So every once in a while we get a little bit of gibberish that comes through here. Unfortunately, we got to wait for Microsoft to come out with an update.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how it can show exactly who's saying what and when and everything else, right? So it's super easy to follow along if you're ever rewatching or re-looking at the transcript.
Yeah, I know. There's been a couple times where I come out of a meeting and I go, I don't remember that person saying that, because we were all just talking over top of each other and somehow it's picked out everybody's what everyone said. So that's always a good one. All right. Wow, that was a lot of questions. We had 14 questions that were asked there that we've gone through. And at that point, I don't see any new questions on the list. So with that, I'll thank everyone for attending. Hopefully you found some value in it. And as I mentioned before, Brennan and Jermaine will be back for the next one. So you can put your pitchforks and torches away, and we'll see them again next month on the 20th.
Awesome. Perfect. Thanks so much for your time, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll be in touch soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye now.
Bye.